YouTube, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. We were just chatting about Deadly Premonition, which we might get back to, but let's see what kind of run we have first. Frankenstein Elsa is okay, I suppose. Better than average damage, better than average tear rate, better than average speed. So that must mean our health is terrible, based on what we started with. R9SG8D8W. Oh, would you look at that? Inferno Rodan let me pick the ad break music. You're going to regret that unless you happen to not be here during the ad break. Explosivo is not great, but we'll make do. You also may make a lifelong enemy of Tombury as well. Well, we know we have a +1 Spirit Heart at least. I'm going to guess that we have 2 Spirit Hearts to start with. I'm just basing that on how good the rest of our stats were for an Eden beginning without a... Like, we didn't start with an item that gave us stats, so this is just what we rolled. Hello Lana, hello Shady, and everyone else filtering in. No, it's something much better than that. So as we were talking about, I was feeling... Well, I've been feeling ill for the last week or so. Well, not last week, but... Since like Friday, I was taking medicine for it, but I forgot to on Sunday. So I did have to call the Sunday stream a bit early because I just had an absolutely roaring headache. I was going to tough out the last 40 minutes, but I didn't think it was a good idea. It's my own fault for forgetting to take medicine before the stream. But I did today, and I spent my day off just resting, basically. Still not 100% though, still got a rough throat. Oh yeah, of course we have a double charge. It's just a cold though. But as my position as a man, of course I have to make it out like it's pneumonia, as is tradition. Let's smash Widow with Monstro. Nice. You are already dead. Little Steven is not great, but that's okay. I'm gonna go check the room I missed in case it's a sin. I wouldn't mind getting the virus. Not in real life. I already have the virus in real life. I would like rid of it, if possible. You paid for protection. What kind of protection? Physical violence protection or STD protection? Because one does not protect you from the other. Sometimes. Well, it depends who you ask, I guess. I was thinking to myself though on my day off, it was the first time in a while I've actually had a cold. I've had plenty of off days thanks to IBS flare-ups, I've had off days thanks to allergies, but I was trying to remember like when was the last time I had a proper cold. And the only one I remember is from 2 years ago because I was streaming during it. What's the plan? The plan is Isaac, Morta, and then maybe a third thing unless I want to call it early again just to recuperate a little bit. It's better not to push and then have to miss streams, basically. We'll probably do more Deadly Premonition tomorrow though. I know I was making the joke of it making my headache worse on Sunday. That was just a joke, it's not true. If anything, it was all the flashing particle effects in Code Vein, honestly. I am thoroughly enjoying both making fun of and playing Deadly Premonition so far. It is delightfully bizarre. Well, speaking of Code Vein, I contacted Namco Bandai again to see why I hadn't heard anything in a week and got an automated response that the person is out of the office till the end of the month. So if it is coming to YouTube, it will not be for some time. So it would have been nice if they mentioned that in the correspondence, but you know. I'm still saving it all, so I will have it if indeed they get back to me saying, yeah, we'll sort any problems you have if you upload it to YouTube. And it exists on Twitch for a month, so you know, it's still there. But it does mean that I was short on videos to upload. Although I did say I was gonna, like, I wouldn't have minded if I did kind of scale back how many videos I'm posting. We're getting near that being a potential. And yeah, I still can't help myself, that's why I'm planning on doing this in Morta today. I'm like, oh, well those are series that are ongoing, so I should do those. Still might, honestly, because we're not really... Well, I was going to say we're not really putting across any more Monster Hunter, but Rajang's out this week, so... Probably will. It doesn't bode well that I've only been talking for like 2 minutes and I already feel like my throat is very sore. I should have done the classic thing where I had a cup of tea ready at the start of the stream. Did I mention that I did buy a thermos? Like, so like I had that genius plan however long ago when we were playing Monster Hunter, like, oh, I often have a sore throat when I'm playing on a stream, just talking a lot in general, plus allergies, etc. If I don't have a thermos of tea ready, and then I have a nice heated drink to have for the whole stream. What happened there? Oh, Wishbone broke and gave me guillotine? But why did it damage me? Also, I was right about how much HP we had, for the record. Thank you, Rydog, for the bits. I don't know like how long this Twitch thing is lasting, but you gave emotes to 3 people, apparently. Well, I could go brew some tea. I mean, I might have to go AFK to give the neighbour their parcel anyway. Which I forgot to mention for the YouTube benefit. Yes, I did take a parcel in. First time in a while. And they have been polite when they took parcels back off me recently. But I did buy a thermos and it looked small in the picture, so I was like, perfect. Little did I realise that the picture was very misleading and it was actually very tall, despite being one where it's like very thick, like to avoid being tall. So my fancy ass tea kettle, it won't fit underneath the spout because I've got one of those fancy kettles that just heats up enough water for a cup of tea in one go. So, I mean, I could still technically use it if I get myself a bog standard kettle, but I don't want to have 2 kettles. Through the 10th to the 18th. Is that what you mean? Share at least 200 bits to permanently unlock 2 16-bit RPG themed emotes. Okay. I already have a couple from Sunday, which is nice. A broken sword and a health potion. Why would you want a broken sword? Hello, Vice Chancellor. Oh yeah, there's like anime girl ones as well. So I don't really have any stories from my day off because, as I said, I wasn't feeling well at all. It did make me think though, if I was like working retail or a quote-unquote proper job, I wasn't ill enough that I could take a day off. Like if I was working an office job or something, I would have just had to suffer through it. So I was very grateful to not have to do that. Although I didn't get although Sorrow was great on Sunday night because I went to bed like super early. Like basically right after I left the stream I went for a bath and went straight to bed. I thought the dog would be annoyed because she usually likes getting played with after a stream, but she was like, I'm in bed, human. Thank you, Shady, for the bits as well, and for sharing anime grills with people. Oh, it turns into an epic sword? Oh, it does. Hello, Robin. So she was fine then, but when I tried to nap on the Monday, she just saw it as a chance to play. She kept on climbing up on the bed next to me, dropping a toy, then waiting expectantly for me to throw it. I shouldn't have given in and thrown it at all, but I did. So I didn't really get a chance to nap during the day, unfortunately, but I did manage to rest my eyes for a little bit. Tractor beam plus guillotine. I'm curious how that works. Oh yes, I wondered what would break first. Your stream or your channel? Feliner, please don't spam that horrible anime girl. What is that? Is that a purple cat unicorn? Is that what that is? I need to... hang on. Buka? I don't know what that is. Hello, Gooksy. Thank you for the bits. It's been a little while since we've seen you. Is it a ghost? What is it meant to be? There's a no version and then there's just like a version of it sitting there. I have no idea what those are meant to be, but I do see that they have a rainbow unicorn horn. Thank you, the silent guy who's silent. Oh, that's a lot of bombs. Silent guy who's silent for 18 months with a tier 1 sub. That is second Twitch baby territory, and our second Twitch baby name will be Monstro. No association with the enemy in this game. I'm talking about the whale from Pinocchio. Thank you, Don Tombury, for the bits. Perhaps we can come to some form of deal regarding the ad music. Are you trying to bribe a streamer? And 3 people in chat? I'm afraid I don't negotiate with... I was going to say terrorists, but that's not terrorism. It's corruption. I don't negotiate with corruption. What are you, a Blizzard employee? Oh, yes, there's creep there. I was looking at chat. I knew that. Not too shabby. This is too shabby. Get crushed. Ha! I'm not going to take the left hand because we all know I don't remember to drop it. Yoink. So what Don Tombury is scared of is a certain theme tune from Deadly Premonition called Life is Beautiful. It's an extremely cursed bit of music that always plays at the wrong time in the game, and I think I may have fallen in love with it because it's entirely cursed. Also get exploded, peep. Oh right. You don't dodge with your head, you dodge with your body, the eternal curse of guillotine. No, it hasn't negated the downside. The downside of guillotine is always that your hitbox is your body, but you're so used to focusing on your head. We're gonna go to that other... Yeah, go to the shop, because we fought... Did we fight Greed in another room? No, that was Super Pride or whoever. The one based on Ed. What does the 15k points do? You can press on one to see what the description is. Battery as well as charge, or charger, or whatever it's called. We might be able to afford it if we get a 5 cents piece here. No. Okay. In that case, I will buy a Spirit Heart. I'll buy a card, which is more Spirit Hearts, so that's a deal. And then give a middle finger and leave. In that order. So the Burkening is just spam a bunch of sort of emotes, and then the legitimate business one is spam a bunch of frogs. It's all entirely legitimate. So for anyone who isn't aware, Blizzard kicked out a Grandmaster of Hearthstone tournament because they dared to voice views in line with the Hong Kong protesters regarding extradition to China, and Blizzard bend over backwards and accept China into their asshole at every opportunity because a large portion of the people who like their crappy games are in Asian countries. So not only is he denied his prize money for winning the Hearthstone tournament, he's banned for a year or life, I forget which. And the 2 interviewers who had no idea he was going to say that, for some reason, I guess they just needed heads to roll, were also fired. And this is also coincidentally when South Park literally just aired an episode making fun of the NBA for also bending over and accepting China into their asshole because it also comes with a lot of money. But that's not new. It's not new that everybody does that because they have to. Also, I think that was my door. I'm gonna go check. I have a package for next door. We'll get back onto this in a second. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I see most of you have heard. Okay. Hello, X1 Chuck. I'm gonna flip for it. Jones, we do it. Oh, would you look at that? It's Casey Jones. It was not worth it, Casey Jones. It was not worth it at all. Rigged? What are you talking about? What, you think that's the result I wanted? And that's why I said Casey Jones is that one? Even though it didn't pan out, as it turned out. No, China didn't replace me. It is bad that people have to do that, or companies have to do that. It's why so many movies have pointless scenes set in Asia. Like the most egregious two I can think of from recent years is Age of Ultron and Endgame. And they do that just so that they have more chance of getting past the Chinese censors. Ah, crap. Chat, which one is that? Tell me which item this is. I get all the crosshairs confused. I think it's the star sign one. That's exactly what a Chinese replacement would say. Ni hao ma to you too. It's the bad one? Oh, is it the one that makes you constantly fire? I thought that was like the red crosshair. Hang on, I'll press these buttons. That'll do nothing good while we wait. Yep. It's not Celtic Cross. It is the Zodiac one, so it gives you a random Zodiac each floor, right? It better be that one. Okay. It's not necessarily good, no, because it's random, but it's not as bad as the one that constantly makes you fire. Because what the game was missing was more items that are bad, in case you're curious. You can trust me. I have Life is Beautiful on speed dial, for the record. I don't know yet if it's safe to put on YouTube for Content ID, but if I'm willing to take that risk, all I need to do is press play and we will all suffer. I also have the 8-bit version. At the item room, we just need to find the boss. I've got my finger on the nuclear button, except the nuclear button is just a whistling theme that I can't do because Sora hates it. Plus whistling into a mic is never good. That said, I am tempted. Hello Grid, how nice to see you get smushed. Monstro is my co-pilot. Is it the Kill Bill music? Oh, you mean the one that goes wah, wah, wah? I hate that one too, but no. Well, it's legitimate business, Frog. Someone certainly not associated with the Mafia, why do you ask? Oh, I forgot about the whistling song from Kill Bill. I don't actually remember how that one goes. Because all I have in my head is Life is Beautiful. Oh, but if I start doing it, the dog will run in and get angry. What's Life is Beautiful? Oh, well. Just you hang around for the ad break and then you'll all know. No, the Warframe wrestling is good. Oh, that's not too bad. If I do one more room, I'll have double charge, or I could go grab... Ah, whatever, it's fine. Monster doesn't do that much. Oh, I have instant regret, I should have. Never mind, it actually insta-killed, so I wasted my Empress card. Wow. Thanks for the bombs. Thanks for the... Goodbye, Void. We do not require you. It's turning into a pretty good run. Oh, you have in your soul was Life is Beautiful? Oh yeah, I forgot that the Borkening does also include a free what you just typed that I can't say for similar reasons. The noise that zombie made was great. Oh, I'm so... I want to know how bad... Damn it. How bad is whistling into this mic? I also want to see if Sora will react. Oh no, she's right behind me sleeping. That'd be cruel. No, I'm not doing it to save chat. I'm doing it to save my dog. I was this close to breaking into whistling though. I like whistling. I got it from my grandfather. He's a serial whistler. That's probably why the song appeals so much, even though it's terrible. Yeah, let me out. No, he doesn't whittle. I don't think the points reset at any date, but maybe they do. I've never heard anything about that. He's not a whistling whittler. He has not whittled a stick. Assuming my definition of the word is the correct one. Which I hope it is. I loved the satirical tweet that I did retweet after CR retweeted it, so I'm not taking credit for finding it. Of the person who said, well, I wonder which character in Overwatch Blizzard is going to make gay to make up for the bad press they're getting. Because that's important to remember. I said it at the time it happened. Them making Tracer gay was purely to pander. There was literally no other reason. And that's evidenced by the fact that in countries where homosexuality is still deemed inappropriate or illegal, no mention of it ever. China, Russia, etc. Tracer isn't gay in those versions of Overwatch. Oh, Trinket Smelter. But I'd have to get rid of Monstro, and he's kind of like the theme of the run. Everything they did with Overwatch was to pander to various audiences. That is incredibly important to remember. It was still a fun game. You know, the worst part is I was sometimes feeling the itch to reinstall it and play it a little bit. Not because I thought it would like rekindle my career or anything like that. I felt like playing it because I liked it. But Blizzard being this blatantly shit and conforming to communist China in such a desperate fashion made me finally go and uninstall the Blizzard launcher. Because I had it sitting this whole time. But I was like, nah, that's okay. I don't need you anymore. It's also not the same game I left. They're still trying to push it as an esport even though it's an unbalanced character game that shouldn't be taken seriously, so I don't see how that's any different to before. Anyway, I'm not saying I'd go back in and enjoy it. I just felt like going back in and trying it, but now I don't. Thankfully, nothing else Blizzard has ever done has interested me. Well, except like old Blizzard. You know, the Diablo 1 and 2. Thankfully, I was never into Hearthstone. Thank you, the Gearinator, for 30 months with Twitch Prime. Welcome back. It's been a little while. Apologies for forgetting again. That's okay, especially if your uni started up. Been unemployed and anxious. Well, I'm almost both of those as well, so I understand that feel. And it's been a whole lot still back now thanks to the continued entertainment and such. No problem at all. Oops, I hope that room counts as being... Oh, it does. Okay. Thanks, double Monstro. Did I press spacebar twice there? Incidentally, Apex Legends is doing the exact same thing Overwatch did with their pandering, but they kind of get a pass just because from day one they did it. Overwatch changed to pander. Doesn't necessarily make it forgivable, but still. Oh, I did mean to record a Batman miniature game day today, but I didn't think it was a good idea while I wasn't 100%, so I just did a painting video instead. So there will be a Primaris Chaplain appearing on YouTube too in a little while. And I might do another one tomorrow if I'm still not feeling up to Battle Report. Ooh. We're only picking up the paw, we're not taking it. Because Monstro's our co-pilot. The 40k Battle Report is up tomorrow. Oh, and my mother was visiting today. She actually saw my Yandin Elder Army just sitting on the table, because they'll be in the next one as well. And she's like, oh, those are nicely painted. I said, thank you. And she said, oh, why don't you, like, draw a picture of Sora or something instead of wasting your time painting a miniature? She didn't say it in so many words, but that was the implication. I said, I like painting miniatures, and people watch me paint them. And she said, oh, but you used to like art at school, didn't you? I didn't say it to her, but I was like, yeah, but who told me not to do it? Because you can't get employed taking art. She wanted me to take a real class. That's why I didn't pursue it.
Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can paint, I can't draw. I can paint somebody else's miniature, sort of. As long as you don't like look on the internet and see people who are really good at painting them, then you know how far apart we are in terms of quality. Why am I taking a one makes you larger? Thank you, Alana, for the bits. Whenever I see the one makes you larger and one makes you smaller pill, I keep thinking of the White Rabbit song. I am familiar with that song as well. Largely because it was in a Simpsons episode. This room is real well made. Ooh, I want those. Oh, the point is, she likes the look of the Eldar army. She liked the clash of the yellow and blue. Well, not clash, they sort of go together in a strange way. But it's not like I invented the colour scheme. You've got to remember though, when I was in like school taking those classes, the internet was not what it is today. There isn't like ways you can make money designing things online and stuff back then. That was all like, it didn't exist yet. And it's not like there's any local art jobs around here. So at the time, she was right. With hindsight, she was wrong. No, I don't mean drawing porn. I mean like the person I hired to make the intro for my YouTube 2 videos, for instance. Or like any time I paid Cort or Zeppo to make me a thumbnail. Although granted, I mostly just scam Zeppo for free now. Don't tell him that though. Look at him being generous because he knows I can't afford to pay for thumbnails. Sucker, am I right? Oh. Well, okay, the 3-year icon is different. Whoops. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, he's getting paid in exposure. Am I talking shit about you or Cort? Given that you're here and Cort isn't, my answer is Cort. Oh, the answer is also yes. Okay, continue. Was the okay continue to yes or the other part? We need to find the item room before we fight Mom. Yeah, let's all just keep saying yes until we get to break time and I can play Life is Beautiful. That's a Sagittarius? Yeah. It's not bad. Coupon. Have we seen the shop on this floor? We haven't, have we? It could be through here. Nope. Have we seen the shop? No, it has to be close though. We might as well use the coupon once. Play owner of a lonely heart. Why does that ring a bell? Oh, I don't take suggestions for ad break music, if only to annoy Tombury. I can't, my body, there, okay. He gave us the pill.
Friends till the end.
Well, might as well donate because it's the last shop. Just slide your body on in there. No, in there. We'll go up to 940, that'll probably do. Actually, let's go down to 15. I'm actually surprised. Actually, we might as well give it all because I can't go up to 999. Okay, there we are. It's the highest the bank has been for quite some time. Alright, back for Monstro. To I left in here. And then to Mom. It only breaks in 1000 if you take it over from 999. As far as I'm aware, that's the only way to break it. No, the monster did okay. I had big plans for my day off as well. I was going to finally attempt that Battenberg, but just didn't have the energy. Got hit by nothing from the door there. Krampus. Oh, surprising. I'll risk taking a damage up. We don't need permanent deals with the devil. It's okay. Oh, you were meaning get jammed. Okay, sorry. No donation machine would dare give me the jam. We have a pill in our rotation we need. And it ain't that one. Yes, Battenberg. No, we're too small. Fight back. Ooh. Petrified poop is probably outside its welcome, so we'll take Nose Goblin. I think it's just occasional. Well, hang on, we have permanent sort of sticky tears. Nice. Attack of pennies is irrelevant. We are now officially too fast, especially for how small we are. We're at risk of, like, this run accidentally car crashing. It's not a train wreck, it'd be a car crash because the run is good, but it still stands to potentially get buggered up. My own fault if it does happen. That'll slow us down, that's good. I don't know if that slowed us down by exactly how much we just got an increase by, but either way. Ooh. That was very nearly. He was ready to fire his laser, as they say. Come get me, Diglett. So what are you looking forward to more, chat? Are you looking forward to more Deadly Premonition? Are you looking forward to Rajang this Thursday/Friday? I don't know what else there is on the horizon, especially with Doom getting delayed till next year, because they're scared of Death Stranding's release. Allegedly. Let's try breaking him for one. More goose? There is no more goose unless they like DLC it. Although it would have to be free DLC because I don't think you get enough for what you pay for it. Speaking of which, after the stream today the final part will be live. It was 14 minutes in the end, so I didn't do it immediately after part 3. But yeah, all Deuce game? That's a different thing altogether. Goose game will be up after the stream tonight. No, I didn't do the secret list. I also didn't do the time sensitive one because I didn't want to. Yeah, we finished it in the one session. It's under 2 hours long. Or just over 2 hours rather. No, that wasn't a tinted rock. I feel like if we could fly, this run would be a million times better. I don't know why. I guess because it works around guillotine being a pain in the arse. Well, we have 99 keys times 2. Ooh, that was threading the needle right there. Yes, peck and honk, but don't say peck. We have double drops as well, so all we need is something to drop a spirit heart and it'll get doubled up and then we'll be fine for a floor or two. The only spooky game I have planned for Halloween is Deadly Premonition. It's a horror game, it's about a serial killer. Oh, that said, the new Jackbox is out this Friday. I forgot about that. Trivia Murder Party 2. That's spooky, potentially. Nice. I'm not going to play Silent Hill. Ah, we got a bad boss. Please crush it. Please crush it again. Smash it. Smash it and crush it. Oh, I thought you were dead. Well. Devil deal with a bad one, even though it's probably going to be Krampus because we haven't found Krampus? Oh, it's kind of worse, honestly. Might as well try for Black Hearts, I suppose. Huh. I will take this for the next floor. Yes, I will. I don't have a choice now because the door closed. Code Vein is a perfectly acceptable Halloween game. It is full of vampires. A bad one? Not a bad one. But 2 Black Hearts is good. Oh, right. The body, not the head. There goes one of the Black Hearts. This is the perfect example of a room that would be so much easier if we could fly. There goes the other Black Heart. So now we're back down to what we had, which I think was 2 health plus a Lazarus resurrection. 1 health. No, we're back up. Only 1 Black Heart dropped there, that's strange. I don't necessarily think it's Guillotine's fault, because if it wasn't for Guillotine, our damage would be, what, like 1.5 less than it is? Tinted Rock. Nope. You watched a video of a senator trying to, in Texas, obviously, trying to get sex banned entirely. Interesting. Is a Vulcan their spirit animal? Fortune teller? No. What's the best these could pay out? Can they even pay out with Spirit Hearts? They might be able to, but I don't have the patience. I'd rather see the run end. When you add up all the damage I took just as a result of having Guillotine though, that probably makes a huge difference. So we started down there and picked entirely the wrong way. Oh, I went into the exact wrong place there. Eternal Heart. I should probably leave that for when / if we resurrect as Lazarus. It might be our best chance. I thought that would have killed us. I guess we're on our last hit now. Yes, I know taking the one makes you smaller pill makes it even harder to see where the actual hitbox I have is. That's why I did it. Anarchy rule. Potentially life-saving. Still potentially life-saving. Is it the mom floor? Oh, we're screwed. Because she automatically hits you on attempted retries. Oh, I also forgot that Lazarus picks you up in the room. This is the end, my friend. Yep. We died to Guillotine. That's okay.